Hi, I'm Jale, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for what can we expect to see when Neptune finally moves direct, okay? So as we know, Neptune is about to go direct in the sign of Pisces, and that will be on the 27th of November, which is, as of today, exactly a week away, which is the 27th, so next Wednesday essentially. So I wanted to kind of get some insight really, because as you know, Neptune is in the sign of Pisces, and usually, obviously with it being in that kind of retrograde energy, essentially the spiritual elements of our development has been maybe popped on pause. It may be that, you know, because essentially it rules our dreams, it rules our intuition, it rules a lot of different things. It can also rule illusion. So with it going in a forward motion, is that going to have an impact? Are we going to have more dreams? Is there going to be a stronger development? I mean, I kind of feel personally, because it's actually at the current moment, we are currently in alignment with Jupiter and the galactic center in Capricorn. And I feel like, because obviously there's an alignment with Jupiter, which is the planet of luck, with the galactic center, and the galactic center, if anyone doesn't know, is essentially the birthplace of everything. It's like, it's the womb of the universe. It does tend to, yeah, I mean, it kind of tends to essentially dictate our energy. Now, for me personally, my Neptune is actually conjunct the galactic center. So I already know, like, my intuition is going to be ridiculous. Like, I'm already having ridiculous dreams. I'm prophesizing that. Usually that's very much an energy of prophecy, to have dreams, to dream of things and then let them happen. So it's no surprise to me that, you know, Neptune, Jupiter currently being aligned with the galactic center, which is, I think, currently in Capricorn, or no, it's Sagittarius, which is obviously on the cusp, it's near my ascendant. So for me, it really is going to affect me now, because obviously Neptune is a planet that, it's not just, I'm not going to be the only person in the world. If it was like maybe Mars or the sun or the moon, you know, aligned with the galactic center, then I probably would be a little bit more rarer in that conjunction. But because it's you know, a planet that is more generational, you know, the odds are that you know, someone in my generation is going to have the same alignment. I just want to see what the general impact is going to be on this. Okay, so let's see what Spirit have to say here. I'm going to just link in with the guides, and then what we'll do is we'll pull some tarot cards here. This is the deck by Juliet Sharman Burke. Let's just see what they want to give me. I'm hearing that if you've been very, I'm hearing the word sullen, maybe you felt like you haven't wanted to do a lot, or you haven't wanted to be around people, or you haven't wanted to meet like-minded people. I feel like there's going to be a shift around this, because there's a general, again, Sagittarius energy is usually very kind of outgoing. It's usually, on my ascendant is a Sagittarius. There's something about the energy that is, I'm just hearing it's forming an alignment. Let me just check the information they're giving me here, because they're saying it's forming an alignment with something. But let me just double check this here. There's something around Mars. You could feel that your pace of life is speeding up a little bit. They're saying yes. They're saying check later. Okay. It could be that your pace of life is maybe you're feeling like I mean, look, obviously the year goes ridiculously quick, but it could be that you're picking up that the pace tends to go a bit quicker after the 27th. Like, before you know it, the day's gone, the hour's gone. They're saying you must take time for yourselves, because they're talking about quantum leaps here. So I feel like your intuition is going to be really stepped up. Look, I'm just going to put it out there. Your intuition is massively going to step up here. I'm also hearing as well, it's like, if you I mean, look, depending on your energy, everyone has female and masculine elements to themselves. But if you identify more as masculine energy, there's going to be a more, I want to say, cerebral energy being pulled in, where The feminine is getting acknowledged here. The feminine charm, the feminine energy, the feminine stillness, receptivity. There's a lot stronger receptivity. Wow. I'm also hearing as well, if you want to close out a cycle, it's going to be a really good time to do that. Okay, so first of all, we've got the Three of Cups and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this is suggestive of, it's like a defensive barrier, a defensive mechanism. Maybe this has been the energy. Let me just listen to what they're saying here. This could have been an energy that you were in prior to this going direct, where you had a lot of people around you and you weren't too sure who to trust. You didn't quite know how to put your best foot forward. Who was it that was in your, you know, in your corner? Did they have your highest and best interest? Did they want what's right for you? But you couldn't quite get to the bottom of that energy because it was always a bit of a kind of cloudy, murky energy what you couldn't quite understand or articulate or get to the bottom of. This energy is going to cut through that. This energy, you're going to literally sit there and go, you're a this, you're a that. Or you might not even sit there and say anything. You might just back off and be like, you know, it's done, you know. The energy that's being presented is more of, I know what I know. You whatever you say is not. I mean, it feels like there's a very sort of aggressive energy to it, but it's really not. It's almost like you're unraveling certain mysteries or certain things that you've been around, and you're cutting to the heart of the problem, and you're going, this is how I feel, bye, you know, or this is how I feel, this is what I'm going to need. And you know, if you can't understand that, and look, again, it sounds very aggressive, but again, if there is a conjunction or an alignment with Mars somewhere, then again, it is going to have that energy, because Mars is the planet of direct action. It's the soldier. Mars rules Aries, you know. And don't forget, with this being in Pisces, don't forget, this is very close to sort of obviously completing a massive cycle. Obviously, when it does go to Aries, there's going to be a hugely major cycle that's completed. So yeah, we're kind of releasing a lot of things that aren't needed, things that aren't, you know, any cloudiness, any smokes and mirrors, any bullshit, you know, that's going to get released, because I'm hearing it's necessary and it's time. Do not apologize for releasing what you need to. Really do not apologize, because it is in your highest and best interest. It's in your well-being. You do not have to make an apology for you honoring your energy and aligning yourself with things that matter, okay? Because again, thanks Spirit, I'm also seeing as well, there's going to be a very clear divide. Now, this is going to sound a little bit melodramatic here, but it's almost like you're going to sit there and go, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you in the same reality I'm in? Do we have the same conscious awareness? And if you're not going to sit there and be apologetic about it. You're just going to sit there and go, bye, thanks. Because it's like, and Spirit is saying, you don't owe anyone. Again, I'm going to have to apologise in advance. My Mars is in Aries and my Mercury is also in Aries. So with this Mars alignment, I'm feeling that I have to apologise in advance, because I'm going to be extraordinarily direct. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. But let me just pass the messages on, because they're just like, no, you can't. Okay, so if someone is not having the same visions as you, if they are not aligning with your trajectory, your path, it doesn't mean to say they're wrong, you're wrong. It just means that they're in a different stage of their life, okay? You don't have to apologise to that. They don't have to apologise to that. On you go. It's going to be very cut and dried. And okay, you might get into a situation where people are going to be like, well, what about me? Well, what happened? Why did this happen this way? What's going on? What is life? Like, what do you mean, what went on? I mean, we're two separate individuals that have our own pathways, that we're both honouring what we need, and that's it. It's not personal. It's not like you're sat there going, I mean, it might be. Like, maybe it is for some of you, maybe it will be personal. Maybe they're sat there going, well, hang on a minute. You don't have to, you know what I mean? It's simple fact of it is, you align with people for a reason, but it doesn't have to necessarily transition all the way to the end of time, because sometimes these things outweigh. It's like the course has been completed. It's like that, you know, what else do you need to say? This wasn't a forever friend situation, or this wasn't a forever situation. This was a temporary additional benefit to each of you, and now that has closed. I mean, if people are going to get in their feelings about this, then that's something that they need to look at. And I kind of really want to keep saying this because I feel like people are going to sit and be like, yeah, but I've known this person since I was 2, and yeah, but okay, that's awesome. The fact that you've continued and you were in alignment with only one human being for that long is crazy brilliant. I mean, how amazing. But sometimes we have our own path to adhere to, and it must be adhered to because we're here for a reason. Yes, it's fun. Yes, we're here to learn. Yes, we're here to enjoy ourselves. Yes, we're here to meet like-minded people. But if they are not in alignment with our highest and best interests, that do not give us growth or do not give us an aspiration to continue forward, why? Because what you're doing is you're essentially either blocking yourselves or they're blocking you. My head is absolutely hurting me now. I don't know if an orb has just come into me because I feel like... Just listen to the guides. You must make sure, because there's going to be some very fast movements, that you know what it is you want, okay? It's almost like I feel you... I mean, look, don't get me wrong, you're not going to wake up on the 27th and be like, hey, you know, like, ping, intuition. It's obviously time is man-made, you know? I would say I'm already in that energy because time is an illusion. So again, you might be feeling the effects already. So I'm just saying, if you are feeling the effects already, go with it. Be receptive, okay? There is a gift that's coming. There is a huge gift. With Jupiter in alignment with the galactic center, your intuition is going to be all kinds of on point here. So you must trust it. You absolutely must trust it. 8 of Cups, walking away from situations that no longer serve. I've covered that. Manifesting once the old has been cleared away, what you do want, okay? Huge manifesting ability. Not only are we in the month of November, which is an 11 number, which is a master number, it's the number for higher intuition manifestation, okay? But also the 28th adds up to an 11. So the 28th and the 29th of this month is going to be, of November, is going to be like, here we go. Like, let me just make a wish list and hand it over to Santa, you know? Because essentially I would be actually seriously thinking maybe to do that this year, because essentially what is asking what Santa for, you know? It's a wish list. It's an early lesson of manifestation. Really. I mean, let's be real here. Okay, so let's have a look what else they're showing me here. They're also showing me here choices, okay? Choosing what aligns with you and what doesn't, the lovers, okay? Choices within a deep, meaningful commitments, connections, friends, community, loved ones, family, okay? We've also got the King of Pentacles here, okay? So it could be that this is usually a very strong masculine energy that is aligned with a very practical element to them. So usually Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Could be a boss. Could be a father figure, could be a husband, could be someone that has children, someone that's in a commitment, okay? I feel like the men are going to have, I'm going to just be putting it out there, I feel like those who have very strong masculine energy are going to sit there and be like, have I just walked into the Twilight Zone here? Because I feel like someone is going to, there's going to be a lot of men awakening. There's going to be a lot of men awakening. It's like the distorted feminine with Lilith and what Lilith's going through, because Lilith is also going through transitional energy at the moment where at the beginning part of next year, it's actually transitioning into Aries, which is a whole new cycle. And again, it's currently in Pisces. So that the Neptunian element to this, and Lilith, which is the wounded feminine, it's like everyone is getting a kind of an upgrade, you know. The guys, I mean, obviously women and those that are more resonating with feminine energy are more receptive anyway. It's traditionally, I don't want to sort of put a label on it, but essentially, if we're going by stereotypes, the more traditional feminine energy is more receptive, more in that flow. The guys, you just need to look out for guys going a bit weird, where they're like, I just woke up, had a dream, and I saw my grandmother, who I haven't seen for 20 years, walk up to me and tell me what's going to happen tomorrow at work, and I don't know what to do with my life. Yeah. What welcome to my world, mate. Like, welcome to the club. You know, this is how it's going to be. There's going to be levels moving up. This is going to be very transitional energy, where the upgrades are going to keep coming between now and March, April of next year. You better believe there's going to be more. It's like a layer releasing and then a new layer coming in. Layer releasing, new layer coming in. Layer releasing, new layer coming in. And it's never. And this is the thing. In our day-to-day lives, we can sit and turn around and think, okay, well, this is, you know, not as noticeable. But when you're reading for people and you're sensing patterns, because essentially what we're in a holographic pattern, you know, based on how we're projecting our thoughts and our feelings out. For some reason, the light's gone blue again. Like, someone turned a blue light on in here. We have to be very aware that we are stripping layers that have gone we're going back to Egyptian times here. So I would say the more masculine elements of ourselves, they're saying take a back seat, sit in that receptive flow, okay? Because obviously we're leading up to Christmas here and December time, end of December, the holidays, okay? It's usually a time look, I'll be really honest with you. I'm doing it literally 3 times a day. I'm just sat there listing out thank you, ancestors, granddad, thank you so much. Spirit, you did this for me today, thank you. Because this is the thing, I need you. Like, don't go anywhere now. Like, this is getting interesting. It's like when you release something, when you've done something else comes back in. And this is a very strong energy at the moment, okay? We've also got the 4 of Cups, okay? You are probably going to be getting offers that are not going to be in alignment with you. I'm going to just be really real with you here, because Queen of Pentacles, this is someone who rules her kingdom, very divine feminine energy, because we've got a counterpart situation here. This is essentially the divine masculine feminine energy here, whereby this is the person who rules the home. This is a very protective mothering instinct. This is the new feminine that's being born out of these transitional periods that, again, could be an earth sign, but again, it's like the new earth mother, the new feminine that's being born out of the end of the distorted feminine, whereby it's a whole new world. Like this is, and don't forget, because you're going to be lighting up like a beacon, ladies, you're going to be getting all kinds, doesn't have to say yes to it. You don't have to sit and say yes to this. All right. You don't have to sit and say yes to everything that comes your way. Just use discernment. All right. For some reason, there's going to be a very high potential of conceptions over the next 3 months. Very high levels of conceptions. Is just going to be just on a different level. I'm also feeling a lot of sacral chakra cleansing and recalibration. Watch for your stomach areas, that if you're, I don't know, I'm hearing digestive issues. Obviously, if it's a genuine medical concern, please do seek medical advice. Alternatively, email me. I do offer healings for a donation. But essentially, I feel like we're undergoing an upgrade. Our chakras are being upgraded. Like, I'm just going to put it out there. If you're extraordinarily empathic or sensitive, you are probably going to be picking up on that. And you're probably going to sit there and be like, what's going on here? Like, because again, usually people who are very sensitive are very aware of those kind of energies. This is really weird. I've just picked up these exact same 3 cards for something else. Let me just get a handle on this energy, because there's another layer to this that I need to communicate as well. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles here. All right, so essentially this is usually about stepping into your power, stepping into your, abundance. 9 is also about closing out chapter. It could be financial abundance. I'm hearing, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose here? Do you have something that you are umming and ahhing about that you don't want to take a risk on? We've also got the 9 of Cups. This is about emotional fulfillment. The Wish card. It's another 9. So again, another closing of a cycle, another closing of a practical and an emotional cycle with the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles here. That essentially, I'm hearing fulfillment. I'm just hearing general, and again, if you're masculine, this is the same for you guys, because it's not just, okay, Pisces is a very feminine energy. I'm I'm trying to tune into Neptune's energy. Is Neptune... I want to say Neptune's feminine. They're just saying she is. They're saying she is. There's something very feminine about this that I wouldn't be... I've just got this feel... Because I'm just hearing regeneration as well. Because also we've got the 9 and the 9, which is adding up to 18, which also creates a 9. That's 3 9s now. Okay? This is about end of a cycle, a renewal. The phase is complete. There's a huge cycle being transitioned out of. Okay? The sun also came out, so it could be that you are going to see the full effect of this during the spring-summer period. This also could be about the divine masculine, because it is the sun card. This could also be about children again, where again you're transitioning out of single life. Maybe a wish fulfillment is to have a child. But there's something about, and again, don't forget, this sun card is about, you know, nourishment. The sun nourishes. Illumination, nourishment. Okay? We cannot live, we cannot survive without the sun. The sun nourishes our plants to, I mean, it heats up, it provides water, it heats up our, you know, if you've got kind of, the sun is integral, osmosis, you know, there's a lot of different processes the sun has an involvement with. If you guys, or you've had a very particularly dark cycle, this is the beginning part of the dawn, okay? Because we've also got the judgment card here. This is about understanding and integrally understanding you, what your needs are, how to move forward, how to sustain your life, how to create new life, how to generate new life. I mean, this is a powerhouse, 4 cards of powerhouse. Like all these cards are kind of getting very powerful here. I'm also hearing a decision will need to be made, okay? What is it that needs to close out? What is it that you need to close out that in order for you to transition to this next level? Because there is a step, there's an upgrade. It's been a hard road. It's been a very hard road. This year, I'm hearing, has been full of surprises. But again, it's like you're stripping down a layer that was needed. Don't forget you've got your guides around you with the bird that's obviously communicating with this lady in the 9 of Pentacles here. Okay, birds obviously do stand for the angelic kingdom, the angelic realm. They are the messengers, okay? Not that you can see the card. This lady looks fairly self-assured, okay? She's got the bird with her. Who are you bringing with you, and who is it that is essentially going to be potentially parting ways? I'm hearing your spirit team are very much around to hear your call. They're around to hear your call. You must be looking into your where you're aligning with and what it is you want to create, because this is some crazy energy right here. Do you want to... What is your destiny? What is it you feel is your mission, your legacy? This is about legacies. Because again, we've got the 9 of Cups, okay? The Ace of Cups would complete for the 10 for ultimate fulfillment. And the Ace of Pentacles would complete the 9 of Pentacles, okay? So where is your loyalties and where are your emotions? Okay? Where is it you can give to yourself? And where is it you see you're putting your time and your energy and your emotions? Because I'm hearing payback here. And I'm hearing ultimate payback. If you have really deeply been sacrificing a lot of things in order for others, or in order for your path, or in order for, you know, any number of situations, it's like a renewal. There's a total renewal coming. Total and utter renewal coming. Okay, guys. So let's just pull out a few outcome cards here. Let's see what the Oracle has to say. I'm here also hearing don't dismiss divine partnerships as well, because that also is a huge possibility. Just for some insight there. Okay, so for the Archangel Oracle card deck, please. When Neptune goes direct, please, Spirit, what is it the general what is it the general collection? I can't even speak. When is Mercury out of retrograde again? When is it what? Passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and your career. Oh, she knows what she's doing. Nurture. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Okay, so again, kids everywhere. Like, I'm just going to be totally real with you. Right, one more. Moon cycles. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles 100%. Go to astro.com or type in Google what is the current phase of the moon, what sign is it in. I'll be real with you, my moon is in a water sign, so you know, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio moon, whenever it's that time, I'm like, okay, manifestation time, because I know I'm going to be on it, you know. Have a look into that. I'm also hearing if you like developing personal development, there's something around that, and your moon, it's like maybe you felt like you're not as motivated at some parts of the sort of around the year or whatever. Have a look into that. We've also got the counselor card. Okay, it says you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Maybe you're going to have an onslaught of people like a moth to the flame around this energy. Okay, if that's the case, cool, you've been upgraded and it's noticeable and people are gravitating towards that. And of course, if you feel like it's overwhelming, keep your boundaries and just say, you know, you don't have to reply, and just say, look, I've been overwhelmed here, man. Like, do you know what I mean? So I needed a bit of space. And last but not least, you are safe. I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones and your home, okay? So if you've been having an absolute onslaught of craziness with low vibrational energies, because I know I have, it's all good. It's all good. I'll tell you why. What I've learned from those experiences, I wouldn't be able to heal. I wouldn't know my healing. I wouldn't be able to heal at the level I can heal. And I wouldn't be able to work on myself at the level I can work on myself, you know? There is always, I'm telling you, it sounds like the most annoying, like, you've got it out of a cracker, like really cheesy one-liner, but it's really, honestly not. I mean this genuinely from my heart. I wouldn't be the person I am if I didn't have my experiences. You wouldn't be the person you are. I happen to like myself. You probably like yourself, you know? These create us moving forward in order to get us to where we need to go. And I'm not going through that again. Like, you know, I want to make sure that I'm putting my best foot forward, because that way there is absolutely no, like, there's no losing. Like, you know, you can feel like you're losing time, or you can feel like, you know, you've gone through all this rubbish, but the blessing is that you are never going to have to go through that again, because you've learned something. You're in a different stage, and you're not going to have to go through that again because you've learned everything there is to learn. Okay, so guys, if you've had an absolute nightmare onslaught of a situation, guys, I relate to you. Keep at it, keep strong, keep using your affirmations, keep sending it up to the angels, keep communicating with your guides. They are around you for a reason. And as I say, guys, take good care of yourselves. Hopefully this has been of some assistance. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. All of your likes and subscriptions, it is massively appreciated. And take good care of yourselves. Bye.